West Virginia, a place where lush rolling hills and mountains meet awesome roads. A place where nature and lonely drives meet hospitality and unique destinations. A road trip on some of West Virginia's best motorcycle roads to mystical Greenbank and the town Hot Springs in Virginia.
Howdy people, another day of riding in West Virginia. I'm looking very forward to it. So far I loved it here. Yesterday I stayed in this gem behind me, which of course is not a gem, but all camping grounds and cabins that I drove by were full. I guess it was a very busy weekend. Today is Sunday, so I guess my chances for a nice place to stay are better today. And I think the ride now for the first 2 hours will be absolutely stunning through some mountains and super curvy roads. Join me.
Good morning everyone. Today's ride will be very interesting because we will see some amazing nature, but as well places that sound a little bit spooky to me because there is supposed to be no cell phone connection. I will tell you more soon.
After visiting many attractions of West Virginia the day before and soaking up the local atmosphere, I started my ride of this day in the city Summerville in the heart of West Virginia. And quickly the roads I took became much more scenic, curvy and remote.
Today I completely skipped riding on any interstates or huge highways. Instead I'm starting here on Highway 39 that is supposed to take me to one of the best motorcycle roads of the region. If you believe the locals, because they said that. And from my experience, you normally can believe the locals, so I'm very excited.
West Virginia's Highway 39 is an east-west route across middle and eastern West Virginia and stretches into Virginia. It cuts through ridge and valley country, and the best twisties are found where the highway climbs up and down across the ridges. In my case, I would have taken Route 39 anyways, because I wanted to reach another road that is connecting to Route 39.
I'm actually quite surprised how nice and scenic this road is. I'm basically only taking it because I want to head to another road that's called Route 150, which is supposed to be super scenic and one of the best motorcycle roads of the region. But I think this is already great too. So stay tuned how this road will continue to be.
At one point, Route 39 starts to climb through the Cranberry Wilderness in the Monongahela National Forest, which is part of the National Wilderness Preservation System. It is located in Pocahontas and Webster counties, and the Cranberry Wilderness makes up one of the largest backpacking areas east of the Mississippi River. Located in the less traveled regions of West Virginia, it is definitely much less crowded than other popular hiking destinations on the East Coast.
So we are here now at the turn off to the route I came here for, but I just saw another turn off some miles before that looked much smaller and maybe as well like a one-way road, and I actually might go back to check that one out. Let's turn off here. It says Cranberry Glades. I have no clue what it is, but I guess we will find out very soon. here is a parking lot. Should I stop here? I don't know. I think the road continues, and maybe we just continue as far as we can. Let's do that.
When I continued, the route turned into a gravel road, but after a few miles I reached another parking area, and from there the road was closed. So I turned back to the first parking lot, because it felt like there was more to see and to discover. I chose to walk along this boardwalk here in the Cranberry Glades, and it's an absolutely stunning, very wide, beautiful nature area here. The Cranberry Glades Botanical Area protects the largest area of bogs in West Virginia. Bogs are wetlands more commonly found in the northern areas of the US and in Canada. The ground in a bog is spongy and consists largely of decayed plant material known as peat. Because of its unique conditions, some unusual plants grow in bogs, including carnivorous or insect-eating plants. That's why it is actually a good decision to stay on the boardwalk, not just for preserving the nature, but as well for keeping your feet dry and for being safe from attacking monster plants.
Now I'm really turning onto Route 150, and there is a sign that says Highland Scenic Highway. So I guess that the views and curves will even get better now than they were already on Route 39.
And I was right. The drive on Route 150 was a bliss, and I had so much fun discovering the beauty of West Virginia.
I'm riding now Route 150, which is part of this scenic byway, and it's really absolutely stunning, and here you get some super nice views.
The Highland Scenic Highway is one of the most treasured features of the Monongahela National Forest. Spanning 22 miles along Route 150 and 20 miles along Route 39, the National Scenic Byway offers stunning views of the cascading highlands, endless miles of hiking trails and overlooks.
I'm getting close to the end of Route 150 now, and that means that I'm heading to the next destination. And two very special things will happen there. Number one, it is a very special town because there is no cell phone connection anywhere. And second, I will meet someone there. So that's pretty exciting for me. I don't know if the American followers here on my channel agree, but to me these white houses here and this architecture that you see everywhere here feels very West Virginia and Virginia. So guys, let me know, maybe it's as well just American, but to me it feels like those are dominating architecture styles, especially in this region here in West Virginia.
The next stop is Green Bank, and I'm going there because of this little thing here, and you might not really see it, but we will get closer to it and then I will show you what it is.
I was getting closer to my destination, to the town Green Bank, that is very special for several reasons.
This is Green Bank, and I'm meeting someone here in town, somewhere, because the fun fact is, this someone and me, we have not talked about a real meeting point and time. We just said we meet somewhere in Green Bank because we might be there at the same time. And this is very tricky because there is no cell phone reception anywhere here in Green Bank. I know it sounds crazy, but I will tell you more soon. And I'm very curious if I will find the person I wanted to meet.
So the thing about this village is there is no cell phone connection here due to this telescope. And I'm supposed to meet someone here, and he didn't get any of my messages. So I don't know if that's gonna work out or if I will sit here forever. But I hope there are not too many places where you can sit in Green Bank to meet.
After my late breakfast, my date was still not showing up, nor could I reach him due to the non-existent cell phone connection. So I decided to go to the big side of Green Bank, hoping that he would be looking for me there and finding me.
Now I'm going to the big telescope of Green Bank, which is the most popular thing here in the area. And I hope my date will find me there if he not already passed by and overlooked me. Wait, I think I see a motorcycle. I see a 1200 GS. That's him. I think that's Brett. I can't believe it. Even though we didn't communicate at all, I think we found each other.
Perfect timing.
I was not so sure if you already drove by me.
Yeah, no, good timing.
Yeah, because I was sitting at this gas station that had like a diner.
Yeah.
And had something to eat and thought like, oh, I think he might come at one point. Then I was like, oh no, he's not coming.
Yeah, no, I was a little bit behind. And there's no cell phone service.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you will see now probably the next time you're gonna have connection, there will be popping up 20 messages from me because I was writing you all these messages. Always like, I'm here, and they never went through.
How was the ride?
Beautiful.
Yeah, good.
But I didn't go to this. There is like a observatory center here somewhere, no?
The what?
There's like a center for this telescope
Yeah,
here.
it's right up here.
Yeah, I would like to go to that. I have not been there yet.
Okay, yeah, we'll go up there. It's just a half-mile up the road.
Perfect.
Brett is a pilot who is fighting pulmonary fibrosis, a terminal lung disease. Brett is raising awareness for the sickness by riding the world as long as he is able to do so. I was lucky to meet him in West Virginia, riding to his hometown in Virginia. But if you want to follow him on his next big adventure that will take him to South America and support his awareness ride for pulmonary fibrosis, follow his Instagram page, The Last Big Ride.
I still can't believe how lucky we were and what a great timing we had and how cool it is that I found Brett now. And because he's kind of a local, the best part of my day starts because I will just follow him now and learn more about Virginia, West Virginia, and as well about Green Bank.
So this is Brett, who is showing me now Green Bank and hopefully later a few nice roads.
Yep, the telescope.
What is it?
The National Radio Observatory.
Nice.
Greenbank in West Virginia is a little more quiet than anywhere else in the country. The rural community has attracted both scientists and techno-refugees due to its federally mandated lack of technology. Greenbank is home to the world's largest fully directional radio telescope, among other high-powered radio listening arrays. And the presence of radio telescopes in and around Greenbank enabled an approximately 13,000 square miles radio quiet zone in West Virginia. Electromagnetic and radio broadcast equipment is largely forbidden. There is no cell phone connection. And even police and fire radio communications are strictly regulated and coordinated with the scientists at the research station. So yes, if you really want to disconnect from the rest of the world and the noise of social media, Greenbank is the place to visit.
So that's both of us, and now it looks very small, but it is not that small in reality. Actually, it's very big, I think.
I think the biggest in the world.
Biggest in the world.
Now, the easiest part and best part of the day starts from me. I'm actually riding with Brett from West Virginia to Virginia, where his home is, and I'm just following him.
Brett was taking me from West Virginia to Virginia on lovely curvy roads. Initially we had planned to do some dirt roads, but the weather forecast didn't exactly cooperate with our plans, and so we decided to head to our destination in Virginia sooner than later, to not get into the heavy thunderstorms.
It's actually very, very nice curvy roads. I don't know if you can see it on my GPS, but it really has these long and beautiful curves one after the other for the next miles. Absolutely lovely. And it's so empty here. I think West Virginia and Virginia are probably the most underrated states when it comes to motorcycle riding. Everybody wants to do things like the Tail of the Dragon, but to be honest, I think these lovely empty roads here are much, much better because you can just ride in your own speed and they're not crowded at all. Now it started to rain. Actually, it was very hard for me to imagine before because the weather was so lovely all day, but I'm very happy now that we are not on any dirt roads. But I hope we will do those tomorrow or the next days.
On our arrival in Virginia's town Warm Springs, it started to rain so heavy that I didn't even film anymore. And it wouldn't stop raining for the next 2 days. Instead of the MABDR, the Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route, an awesome ride on the remote dirt roads of the region, I just stayed inside, was hiding from the heavy rain, and went to the lovely restaurant Sam's Neat Tavern in Hot Springs with Brett.
Super rainy weather, and I need to go for a tire change today. So not so nice. It's about 1.5 hours from here. Yeah, let's go.
After waiting for the weather to change for 2 days and realizing that it wouldn't stop raining anytime soon and that the dirt roads of the MABDR must be mud trails meanwhile, I had to continue my journey without having seen the great off-road riding of the area. But where one door closes opens another one, and off I was to my next adventure. Guys, I hope you liked my adventures in West Virginia, Greenbank, and the whole epic East Coast ride so far. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, comment, and hit the bell button to subscribe to my channel. Next week I will take you to another scenic drive of the region, the Skyline Drive through the Shenandoah National Park. But I will have to overcome many obstacles, worn out tires, pouring rain, fog, and cold. Tune in next Thursday to travel further north with me.